It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Expedia.com, where you can find yours with Expedia. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here, and I welcome you to the Day in Tech History at dayintechhistory.com. It's part of the Tech Podcast Network. You can subscribe via iTunes, Zune, or Stitcher Internet Radio. Our Twitter is Day in Tech Hist, and all show notes are on the wiki page if you want to follow along. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. October 8th, 1926, Julius Edgar Lilienfeld of New York files for a patent for the method and apparatus for controlling electric currents. The application was described as NPN junction transistors and its use in an amplifier. In 1958, Dr. Ake Senning implants the first internal heart pacemaker. In 1991, Apple Computer settles the second lawsuit brought against it by Apple Corps, which is the record label for the famous band The Beatles. The first suit was brought against the computer manufacturer for using the Apple brand name. Now, it was settled in 1981 and when Apple Computer agreed to remain out of the music business. The second suit was filed in February of '89, seeking unspecified damages after Apple Computer released the Apple IIgs, Mac Plus, Mac SE, and Mac II systems. Now, of course, that's going to change when Apple comes out with the iPod, and iTunes for that matter. Also in 1991, at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City, the Multimedia Marketing Council launches the Multimedia PC, or MPC, featuring an 80-286 processor, 2 megabytes of RAM, 40 megabyte hard drive, VGA graphics, and 2-channel 16-bit audio record playback. In 1996, in a news release, the U.S. Postal Service introduces a special computer technology stamp to mark the 50th anniversary of ENIAC, the first large-scale electronic digital computer. The ceremony at the Army's Aberdeen Proving Ground, speakers would pay tribute to the computer pioneers with the image of a brain partially covered by small blocks that contain part of a circuit board and a binary code. The stamp was done on a computer, by the way. Also in 1996, version 4.0, Colgate, of the Red Hat Linux operating system is released. In 1997, Nortel and Norweb Communications of Great Britain announce a new technology that will allow data to be transferred over power lines to a residential customer at speeds of more than 1 megabit per second. Also in 1997, Yahoo acquires 411, and 411's Rocket Mail service becomes Yahoo Mail, a free webmail service that would grow to become one of the largest on the Internet. In 1998, Intel announces that they will expect to have a gigahertz speed processor as a successor to its current Pentium 2 line by 2001. They codenamed it Foster. Also in 1998, Next Generation Online reports that Nintendo confirmed the launch date of Game Boy Color as Wednesday, October 21st, and November 23rd 21st in Japan, 23rd in the United States. And the United States Senate approves by a 96-2 margin a bill to bar any new state and local taxes on the Internet for up to 3 years. The moratorium includes bit taxes and multiple or discriminatory taxes on electronic commerce. And finally, in 1998, Ziff Davis announces that they have a company-wide restructuring plan that included 10% workforce reduction. In 1999, IBM announces its plans to trim between 500 and 1,000 jobs from its personal computer operation. And the morning edition of the Japanese newspaper Nihon Keizai, hopefully I pronounced that right, Nihon Keizai Shimbun, reports that Konami plans to target the children's market with portable game machines that display text and images to have them broadcast from the Tokyo FM Broadcasting Company. These new handheld systems would be launched in the spring of 2000. Also in 1999, Webvan Group, an online grocery startup, withdraws its plans for an initial public offering, or IPO, until after an unspecified cooling-off period. Their original plans to offer 25 million shares were postponed due to revelations that the company omitted pertinent operating financial information when they published their portfolio. And now this word from our friends over at Expedia. Las Vegas, Jamaica, San Francisco, China, New York, Portland, Florida. Have you been? Maybe you're from there and you need to start planning your trip home for the holidays. Now is the time to do that. With rates at their lowest for November and December, you can get great deals in planning your trip. That's where Expedia comes in, from air travel, hotels, cars, and full vacation packages. Because who doesn't want to be in a warm city during the coldest of winters? You can also earn Expedia points so you can use them on more trips all around the world. Get $25 off your first hotel booking at Expedia. Go over to geekazine.com/Expedia for more details. Over at Expedia, find yours. Now let's get back into your day in tech history. In 2002, a Computer Emergency Response Team, or CERT, advisory is released detailing the discovery of a backdoor found at the source code files of SendMail, basically a Trojan horse of SendMail 8.12.6. In 2003, Apple Computer releases an updated line of Power Mac G4 computers. They featured a single or dual 1.25 gigahertz G4 processor and 80 gigabyte hard drive. In 2004, during the second presidential debate, George W. Bush states, "I hear there's rumors on the internet that we're going to have a draft. We're not going to have a draft, period." His use of the term internets becomes the subject of ridicule and countless references overnight. In 2005, Stanley, an autonomous robotic Volkswagen Touareg R5 created by Stanford Racing Team, wins the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency's 2005 Grand Challenge by successfully navigating 212.4 kilometers off-road desert driving course, which is a course southwest of Las Vegas, Nevada, in under 7 hours. 23 vehicles entered the competition. Only 4 others completed the course. And there was a time limit. That's when those 4 completed within the 10 hours. In 2006, Nielsen Entertainment releases its third annual active gamer benchmark study. They said that the 64% of the United States estimated 117 million online gamers are female. Far more predictable, the study also reveals that teenagers dominate the market. Approximately 15 million gamers are 45 years old or older. The study sampled 2,220 active gamers who played online. I'm wondering how that would change in this day and age, especially with the Wii. In 2007, Vonage agrees to pay Sprint Nextel a total of $80 million to use its voice-over Internet Protocol patents. Sprint Nextel, in the meantime, the CEO, Gary Forsey, stepped down as chairman and CEO. It would later be reported that he was actually forced out. Gateway, a company that's still in the middle of acquisition by Acer, announced that they would take ownership of 75% of the shares of Packard Bell, another computer company that fell in the early 2000s. It was an ongoing battle between Gateway and Lenovo over this older computer giant. Acer's acquisition of Gateway would become complete on October 16, 2005. Acer agreed to fund the Packard Bell purchase, and it would give them a presence in the East. And finally, in 2007, Google purchases Jiku, which is it's a Twitter-like program, which is now defunct. 2008, Yahoo relaunches index tools as Yahoo Web Analytics. 2009, Microsoft sets up a new lab under Ray Ozzie. It was called the Social Computing Sandbox. Lily Chang would head the lab with Future Social Experiments Group, otherwise known as the FUSE Group. And the Breen Foundation, BREIN,
uncovers documents in the Pirate Bay case about their mysterious founding company, Reservella. Breen produces the documentations, including a credit card report that shows that Pirate Bay founder Frederick Neige is listed as CEO of Reservella. The founders maintain their statement that Reservella is not related to them, and the company is off the coast of Africa. And in 2010, Google announces that they will be discontinuing their Goog 411 service due to the smartphone revolution. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2014 JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.